Well, looks like the tree's all decorated, Kody.
Not quite, buddy. We still gotta put the star on the tree.
The V-star, that is.
I fucking hate you so much. I don't like you as a person.
Merry Christmas to you too.
So, what'd you get me for Christmas?
I know you can't tell. I don't want you to spoil the surprise, but I bet it's awesome, isn't it?
I don't know. What did you get me?
Well, it took a little bit, but I think it's really from the heart. Here it is. Oh, shit. I can use the bathroom real quick. Come on. Come on, we can do this. This is easy. Christmas gifts are easy. God, I wasn't expecting to actually have one. Why was I expecting that? Come on, think! Okay, so here's the issue, gang. I haven't really bought Kody a Christmas present. God, it's so hard. I don't know what to get the man. We buy ourselves toys all the time. What else do you get for Christmas? So, in lieu of that, I've decided to use ancient Egyptian virgin magic in lieu of my own thoughtfulness and pass it off as my own delightfully devilish rigatoni. With that being said, we're going to return to the past now! Hi, local main character Zep here, and I guess we're vaguely in the past now. You see, I've forgotten to get Kody anything for Christmas, and I need some ideas. You see, when we were kids, the only hobby any that Kody collected was Bakugan, and kinda Yu-Gi-Oh, but not really. He honestly got into most of the stuff as an adult, which you can make your own judgments on. And since we both got Bakugan for Christmas as kids, I'm going to look back to what Bakugan had for us for Christmas as kids. Their capstone products. This was usually the big power-up in the show that kids could buy in stores now. So we'll start off with New Vestroya's Maxis Dragonoid. Maxis Dragonoid is a 7-in-1 combiner type Bakugan using 6 Bakugan traps in 1 Bakugan. The Bakugan included is an exclusive mold of Neo Dragonoid with peg holes in order to combine into the big figure. And then the 6 traps are exclusive to the set, being based off the mechanical traps in the anime. Here's the list of alien slurs that they called them. This set is probably the most iconic capstone product of the entire Bakugan line, since it was the first and it is a combiner of 7 different figures that come into one set, which is nice and includes a lot of playability. It's a good value for 1 box, and it does look kind of cool, though, interesting note, they did place 1 trap wrong on the figure in promotional materials as compared to its version on the anime and the card that comes with the set, although the figure is compatible with the anime figuration. It's a simple fix of moving this trap from the front to the back. Although this set is iconic and looks cool, albeit in a dorky kind of way, you can't actually use the combined Maxis Dragonoid in gameplay, which is understandable, but kinda disappointing. That being said, this set rates a 3-sided dreidel out of 4. But if you weren't satisfied with just Maxis Dragonoid, they had another one for you. Maxis Helios was another combiner they released in year 2, being Spectra's Bakugan from the anime. Unlike Maxis Dragonoid, this is a combination of 7 Bakugan, which, as of note, were available outside of this set, meaning that you could build it purely from collection. But if you got it in the set, you could get into this cool gray treatment or the Baku Frost treatment, which was a little bit rarer. Well, I'm not sure how much rarer, but it probably was. This set, at least in the United States, was exclusive to Toys R Us, which is a trend for the villain Bakugan going throughout the future. Now, just like with Maxis Dragonoid, the design of the combining Bakugan are compromised just a little bit since they have to turn into one giant monster, but at least you could use all of these Bakugan on a team. Or 3 of them. You could use 3 of them. Once again, you cannot use the full Maxis combination in the game, which is, again, disappointing. Just like the other Maxis, this gets a 3-sided dreidel out of 4. It's a pretty good set, Although, again, you can't use the thing in battle, which is the main thing they use it for in the show. Kinda ruins part of the magic. Moving on to year 3, Gundalian Invaders, introducing a bigger capstone product than before, Dragonoid Colossus. This set comes with an exclusive Bakugan with a unique mold, Battle-X Dragonoid, which is essentially just an anime-accurate version of the Blitz Dragonoid model. It also comes with 4 battle gear named after rejected Transformers, and a giant hub for them to plug into. Yeah, not all of this is actually gameplay viable. The hub is just something for the Bakugan and the battle gear to transform into to make the giant figure of the year, which is kind of disappointing. It's easily the biggest piece of plastic in the set, and it's not usable in actual gameplay. Arguably, this could be the inspiration for battle suits the next year, but it would have been nice for this to have at least a G value printed on it so you could use it in battle. I mean, the combined form looks cool, but because it comes with a giant dragon that you plug it all into, it's not because it comes together to form something bigger and greater. I give this a 2-sided dreidel out of 4 because although it looks cool, it doesn't come with as much stuff as last year that you can actually use in the game. Also released this year was Dorak Colossus, also exclusive to Toys R Us in the United States. This comes with even less, with only 1 exclusive Dorak figure, 2 exclusive battle gear, and Air Core, which is what they called the hub. I mean, they could have at least included the Jet Core gear, which wouldn't have been exclusive to the set, but at least would have been a reference to how they used it in the anime. Yeah, it looks cool, because it has a giant hunk of plastic that looks cool and is unusable in the base game, but hey, it's something for your little brother. This gets a 1.5-sided dreidel out of 4. Finally, year 4, Mectanium Surge, also known as the year you didn't buy Bakugan. Year 4 is where they introduced the Bakugan that I got for Christmas as a child, Dragonoid Destroyer. Unlike the other sets, this isn't a combiner and is instead a giant battle suit for Dragonoid to wear. Since it is a battle suit, this makes it the first gameplay compatible capstone product of this franchise. Neat, I guess. We finally got what we wanted, but at what cost? I mean, it's just another battle suit. It has a few gimmicks like a missile launcher, which you can't use in gameplay, and a ramp, which you can't use in gameplay, and it also holds 2 Bakugan Sky Raiders in the shoulder, which you can't use in gameplay. If you have patience, you can also activate its spinning gimmick when it opens, although it makes it really difficult to close. The set also comes with 2 Bakugan, Command X Dragonoid, a mold of Fusion Dragonoid without the Sky Raiders gimmicks so it can sit nicely in the Dragonoid Destroyer unit without hopping out, and a Sky Raider Aerogon in Aquas. Now, this is the only set Aerogon came in. Aquas is not its anime-accurate attribute, meaning that the only version of this Bakugan to come out is non-canon. Come on, guys. You're going to make a big capstone product and not include the anime-accurate version of an exclusive Bakugan? Next you're going to tell me it's decisions like these that made Mectanium Surge kill the franchise. Yeah, this gets a 2-sided dreidel out of 4. I mean, every single part that comes in this set is gameplay compatible. It's just that everything that comes in the set is kind of lame. Yeah, this year's villain capstone was Mectavius Destroyer. This set came with 4 Mectagon, no Bakugan, with Mectagon being the terrible, terrible year 4 gimmick that was essentially just giant action figures, because that's what people want out of Bakugan. Barely posable action figures with some parts that pop out via magnets. This time, I will list off the names of what it comes with. Cordagon, Slicerak, Exostriker, and Mandibore. Now these Mectagon were Darkus, Chaos, Pyrus, and Aquas in the show. They're all Darkus here for some reason, and they combine into an even gianter action figure, which is not gameplay compatible. Yep, baby, we're moving backwards! Now this set might come with more playable game pieces than Dragonoid Destroyer, but like, oh my god, it's so lame. Who asked for this? This is a Bakugan product without any Bakugan. At least with the Dragonoid set, you had 2/3 of a team. Even though I wish they included a third Bakugan in that set so you could fill out both of the shoulder pads which held Bakugan while it was transformed. At least it came with Bakugan! Even though what you get with this set is undeniably a value, you're getting Mechtagon. This, in a technical sense, is a 2-sided dreidel out of 4, but spiritually, this is a 1-sided dreidel out of 4. Now this is the last capstone product they released for a while, since it was the last Bakugan they released for a while. However, in Japan, they had something resembling a capstone product, Drawthron. Being a take on the Bakuthron, a Bakugan skill challenge they released, Drawthron was a giant Bakugan that you could use as a practice target to transform and hone your Bakutech skills. Now this is a good Bakugan. It's so much bigger than a normal Deca, and it's so impressive when it transforms. Although you can't use it in the actual game, it still has a purpose and compatibility with the Bakugan toys. Meaning that this is the best Bakugan capstone product because it actually uses what Bakugan is as a toy line. This beast is an orb ripe for the pondering, and the first 4-sided dreidel out of 4. This is truly a monster ball for your Magnum Gons. Finally, in 2019, the Bakugan series returned with a reboot and came out swinging strong with a capstone product year 1. Dragonoid Maximus is a unique return to capstone products, with it straight out being stated to be an action figure. They didn't even try to pretend that this was a gameplay product this time. This was just a toy for Christmas. I think that makes it a bit better than the past capstone products, because since Bakugan had a TCG this time around, it would be really awkward to shoe in a giant toy. I mean, it was already hard enough to shoe in 3 Bakugan into a trading card game, but hey, they made it work. Kinda. It comes with an exclusive Dragonoid Maximus evolution, but only a one-of, unless if you get the international release, which comes with the same copy of the card in 3 different languages, being a playset in the trading card game, making the international version of the product inexplicably better than any other version. It also comes with an exclusive Titan Dragonoid mold, and it's kinda cool. This product is really a mixed bag. I think Maximus looks really cool, Titan Dragonoid looks really cool. The cards that they included, with Maximus Dragonoid almost being a form of the game's Exodia, being really cool. It's just that, well, these were exclusive to the set and could have been gameplay viable. If anyone ever figured out how to crack Maximus, well, it would have been the meta. It's an instant win button. No one ended up doing that, but it was a risk. So with all that in consideration, this is a 2-sided dreidel out of 4. You can collect it if you want, but if you don't wanna, it's an easy skip. And for the villain capstone this year, there's nothing. Yeah, kinda disappointing that they didn't release a villain set, but at the same time, did they really want to risk putting another $50 paperweight on the shelves? Following up Dragonoid Maximus is Dragonoid Infinity, the next year's product line. This came with an exclusive fusion Bakugan, being Dragonoid Cross Exilator. It also came with a Dragonoid Infinity figure and a bunch of Battle Gear cards for the trading card game. The Dragonoid Infinity action figure sure is an action figure. It has a Bakugan launching gimmick and a giant sword that can transform into a giant cannon and individual battle gear for Bakugan. It's not really as cool and doesn't have the charm as Maximus did, but it's exactly mid. It is purely a plastic collection piece for fans of Bakugan, usually in the younger range. So, 2 out of 4 sides. Now, Year 3 Geogon Rising is quite the return to form, returning with the first combiner of the reboot, Geoforged Dragonoid. Just like Max's Dragonoid, this comes with 1 Bakugan and 6 Geogon, which is the Bakugan Trap equivalent in the reboot. Interesting to note is that these Geogon are actually available elsewhere, although these are exclusive molds in an exclusive color. The Geogon's designs are compromised quite some bit to their original actual full release, but they do combine into quite the fun combiner. It's kind of posable, and I think it looks just a tad better than Max's. Controversial opinion, I know, but it's just so neat. Unlike Dragonoid Destroyer, whose bulkiness was this bulkiness actually makes it look like a buff giant dragon monster. If you're into that. The Bakugan of this set, Geoforged Dragonoid, it gets confusing, has a little gimmick. Its core is made entirely out of metal, which would become a gimmick in the next year's product line. Oh my god, is it sturdy. This is easily the most metal they included in a Bakugan since the die-cast metal Neo Dragonoids at Bakugan in 2009. This thing is essentially a murder weapon. Yeah, this set is a really fun return to form for the Bakugan franchise. So it gets a 3 out of 4 sided dreidel. Nothing in the set is particularly competitive, but it's at least nice that you can use all of it in the game. Also returning this year to the reboot is a villain set, Ultimate Villock, which was exclusive to Amazon. It's also 1 Bakugan combining with 6 Geogon to form a giant monster. But just like Helios, you could buy all of the Villock Geogon in store for a full rainbow version of Villock. This is a really nice compromise because all of the Villock set Geogon are Aurelus, so to have a version available where everything is in its own faction is kinda nice. This also gets 3 out of 4 sided dreidel. It's a really cool combiner. And in Year 4, Bakugan Evolutions, we have a completely new kind of capstone product, the Genesis Collection. Instead of being a giant figure or a giant combining Bakugan, it is 6 separate Bakugan with 2 of them being light-up features. Genesis Dragonoid and Genesis Wrath look really impressive and have their own collection stands, which is really nice. Their gimmick is in the toy battling game, once you roll them out, they will flash a roulette of colors and whatever they land on is the faction they're going to be for that game. It's a fun little gimmick, although I wish there was a mode that you could just have the lights fading on and off for their display purposes, since they do come with the stands and all. The other Bakugan that come with the set are okay, although Genesis Nilius is a really good design. It's really the standout out of the other Bakugan that come in the set. Another fun note is that all of the cards that come with the set can be placed together to form one long artwork. While this is a completely different capstone product from what we're used to, I think it's a really good value. 6 Bakugan all in one set, collection stands, and 2 of them being special gimmick Bakugan with a kind of pretty gimmick. 3-sided dreidel out of 4. So those are all the Bakugan capstone products. And I've got nothing. As it turns out, we're adults. If he wanted any of these, he could have bought them. We're going to have to go back further.
Kody! Kody! Oh, it's me, Zippy Claus! I was starting to get worried.
Yeah, I had syphilis, I finally got your gift.
Yeah, you dropped yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Open yours up.
Alright. You got me rocks.
Well, yeah, they're like Bakugan. You know, you roll them around, you chuck them at each other. They're rocks.
They're rocks.
They're wet.
Why?
Open up your gift.
This is a box. Well, yeah, you're always collecting boxes all the time.
I collect the toys in the box.
Well, yeah, so do I.
We're terrible friends.